project is learntointerview.com. My capstone advisor is Kevin Cahill, and the client for the project is me. I spent over a decade in corporate education working and building different employee training programs, and during that time I built several interviewing and staffing programs. And so the audience for this website is basically anyone that actually is an interviewer that has to conduct interviews. And quite often, it's a problem for people. Certainly people in HR conduct interviews all the time, and they're comfortable and their skills are very good at it. But people that don't conduct interviews very often, maybe once every 6 months or once every 2 years when they need to hire a new person, they haven't practiced it and they've forgotten what to ask, they've forgotten how to ask it, and they may not even be sure if what they're asking they should be asking. So just by a show of hands in the room, how many people have been on the other side of the interview table and actually conducted interviews and interviewed other people? And so I want you to only keep your hands raised if you felt 100% comfortable in what you were asking, that you were asking the right questions to get the information you needed to make a decision, and that absolutely everything you were asking was legal. So therefore, the problem that people run into. So my solution for this was to design a website with resources and training to help people basically learn how to interview, have resources to interview with, and a whole bank of questions that they can pull from for basically asking the questions. So the training consists of very short modules. They last 10 to 15 minutes each, and these are just little short bites that people can go in and they can watch videos to see how to do it right and see how it's done wrong as well. And there's also interactions. It has full audio to walk people through, and it's completely accessible and 508 compliant. The question bite is a series of questions, and these are fairly in-depth questions. The questions basically give you a question to ask, information to listen for. They also give you sample responses and what those might mean, and some tips on asking the questions. And the third part is a set of templates. And the templates are for things like doing a phone screening, doing reference checks after the interviews, evaluating candidates. And so they give people a sense of organization and sort of some ready-made templates that they can customize and use and work through the entire hiring process. The methodology I used during this program, for the website, I used a website systems approach where I looked at fonts, colors, information design, navigation, and then rolled that all into a very minimalist design that's very corporate friendly. For project management, I was working with a basic project management triangle of resources, tools, and time, resources, scope, and time. And of those, 2 of those were set. Time was set, and the resources were set. The scope is the only one that I had flexibility on. And I'm happy to say that I came very close to the original scope, and in some cases exceeded the original scope of the project. As far as the training goes, I used a traditional ADDIE approach, which is to analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate the project. I'm currently still in the E stage of this, evaluating the project, and will be for some time, just making sure that people can actually use the resources, that the training's working for them, and that they are able to apply the skills on the job to make better hires. Tools I used for this project were basic HTML and CSS for the website with PHP. The Adobe Creative Suite, I used heavy Premiere Pro, Photoshop, Illustrator. I used Articulate Storyline as a rapid development tool for developing the training. And I used Moodle, which is a learning management system, the same learning management system that CSUMB uses for my training platform to house the training products. And then also just video equipment and standard computer equipment. So what I learned was a lot. I learned a lot about video for the web, about compressing, about keeping things short, making them engaging for people to use. I learned a little bit more about Moodle. I had some good basic administrative skills in Moodle, but skinning Moodle and working behind the scenes in Moodle, I learned a lot there. I learned a lot about integrating systems and making things look the same and come together and work and function together. And also just some enhanced skills in Storyline. So thank you very much for your attention during my presentation. I'll be waiting to meet you in room 110. When you get there, I can give you a quick tour of the website, and if you would like access to the training, I can give you a guest access for that, or if you want to give me an email, I can actually set you up for a 1 year to use the training, and you can recover your password. And I promise not to spam your email if you do. So thank you very much.